Hello guys, welcome back to our Fanfic Hub channel. In this video we are gonna see, what if Naruto x Kim x Bonnie x Shego? The short movie. Huge shout out to pyrohelixdrago for this story. If you want more awesome fan fiction like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. What the hell? Steve Barkin said, seeing a little infant on his doorstep. Naruto Uzumaki. He said, reading the certificate, no middle name. Well, welcome to the family, Naruto Barkin Uzumaki. He said with a smile. 5 years later. I'm warning you. I've got an imaginary friend and he's huge, Rufus. A young blonde freckled boy cried out as a trio of bullies grouped up on him. Hey. Don't you guys try picking on me. A voice called out. The three boys turned over to see Naruto standing across from them with a determined look on his face. Leave him alone. Oh yeah, or else what? The leader of the bullies said, walking up with a smug grin on his face as he approached Naruto. Or else this. Naruto said, flipping the boy over on his back with a loud thud. Whoa. The freckled blonde gasped. The other bullies rushed Naruto, who dodged them both before tripping the one to the ground, skidding over the beep, while the third tried to make a punch. Naruto ducked his swing while sweeping the boy's leg, knocking him to the ground. Naruto walked up to the three downed bullies, his eyes briefly flashed red as he glared at them, sending a shiver of fear running down their backs as they ran off in fear. Naruto smiled as we walked over to his fellow blonde. Are you okay? He asked. Yeah, I'm okay, thanks you. The boy said, holding out his hand. My name's Ron Stoppable. Naruto Uzumaki. Nice to meet you, Ron. Naruto said, shaking Ron's hand. Ron. A voice called out. Both boys looked over to see a little girl in a light blue dress, with pigtails, calling out for her missing friend. Over here, Kim. Ron said, waving over to the girl who ran over to them. Kim, meet my new friend Naruto. Naruto, this is KimPossible, she can sew anything. Naruto stiffened as a blush came over his cheeks. He felt his heart begin to pound as he looked at the cute girl in front of him. 1 hour later. Hey monkey boy, blue boy, and guy in the skirt. Naruto said, getting their attention. It's a kilt. The boy in the skirt said to him. And does it look like I care? Stop picking on them. Naruto said, glaring at them as they were picking on a girl and a boy. What are you gonna do about it? The monkey boy asked him threateningly. You're just a child. He said. Spoiler alert, so are you. Naruto said to him. Go away. The blue boy said nonchalantly, not even caring. Make me. Naruto said, getting up to face him. Even as a child you are a stubborn fool, Draken. The monkey kid said to the blue one. Naruto stepped on the blue boy's foot. Ow. The blue boy said, hopping on one foot while holding the one Naruto stepped on. Boo. Naruto said as they backed up a little and they ran. Wimps. He said, chasing after them. Few minutes later. Hi. Naruto said in the parking lot, seeing someone who looked like him. Wow, I was cute at that age. The lookalike said to him, keep that spirit, buddy, trust me, hold on to that. He said to him. Okay, who are you? Naruto asked him, tilting his head a little confused. Trust me, little man, you'll be where I am before you know it. The man said, hearing a loud boom later. And hey, you see those two? He said, pointing to a red-eyed girl and a blonde boy. Those two will be great friends. Now do me a favor and go make friends with them, you won't regret it. He said. Naruto nodded before quickly getting a mischievous smile to come to him as he kicked the man in the shin and ran away laughing as the older guy hopped on his other leg. That guy was weird. He thought to himself. I swear kids are born to be pains, especially me. The man thought to himself with a smile as he remembered the good old days. Hi, we met earlier, I'm Naruto. Naruto said to the boy and girl as they had. The red-eyed girl just seemed to look at him. Name's Ron Stoppable. Ron said, introducing himself properly. I'm. The red-eyed drawn on as KimPossible. Ron said as Kim trailed off for a long time. KimPossible. Kim said to him, you're cute. She said in admittance. And you're pretty. Naruto said to her. And I'm hungry. Ron said as his stomach growled. The trio shared a laugh. Well, at least it is the same. The man thought, looking at the trio now. For the Three Stooges he thought, looking at a dumb golfer, a man with matching ego and stupidity, and a man with a over-the-line monkey fetish. With Naruto. Later. Naruto said as Kim and Ron got picked up and waited in front for his dad, and as he waited he saw another girl was waiting like him. Hi. He said, waving at her. Hi. The girl said nervously. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto said, not knowing her name. Bonnie Rockwaller. Bonnie said shyly. Who are you waiting for? Your parents. Naruto asked. My mom, you? Bonnie asked curiously. Dad. Naruto said to her as he felt this was getting awkward. Wanna play a game while we wait? Bonnie asked, not wanting to be bored and wanted to kill some time. Sure. Tag, you're it. Naruto said as he ran off and she chased him. Years later. We're gonna be late. Naruto said as he began running right next to Kim. Sorry. Kim said as she was distracted this morning dealing with her brothers. She had D-cup breasts, athletic body, and a firm athletic beep. It's fine but we're running the clock. Naruto said as they closed up on the school. As they saw the school in sight they saw Bonnie holding open the door for them. Come on. She said as they ran in just as she closed the door behind them. You guys were almost late. Bonnie said to them as they all ran. She had high D-cup breasts, curvy body, and round beep. Later Bonnie, good luck with your report. Naruto said as he had beep. Later. Kim and Bonnie said to him. Come on Wade. Kim said as her report was printing. Hey, KP. Ron said to her. Pair on. Kim said as her report printed and the bell rang. Kim, you are running the clock. Ron said as Bonnie took off. I still have time, the bell hasn't, Kim was saying till the bell rung, she said as they both split up and ran to Klbeep. Possible. Barkin said loudly as he saw Kim. Damn it. Kim thought to herself. Later after school. You got detention, that's Klbeepic. Naruto said to Kim as he gave Kim's younger brothers a look. Sometimes I think you should move in, you're one of many few people who can handle the twerps. Kim said as her brothers left. Ah, don't be like that, they may be crazy, but you love them all the same. Naruto said as they were jocksters but in his eyes they were harmless. Kim chuckled, yeah, I'll admit that, without them it'd kinda be boring around here honestly. She said as they may have drove her to insanity, but without them it'd be boring. Yeah, they're just doing what younger siblings are meant to do. Naruto said with a chuckle. I'm gonna die in detention. Kim said looking depressed. Probably, but hey, it's an hour. With my dad. Yeah, you're so dead. Naruto said laughing as she hit his shoulder. Wouldn't mind if it was with you. Kim muttered unknowingly saying what she was thinking. What? Naruto asked curiously. Nothing. Kim said rather quick realizing what she just said. Want any tips on how to handle my dad? Naruto asked her. There's a way to handle him. Kim asked in surprise. Military men like respect, do that and he'll be less hard on you. Naruto said as his dad respected people who were respectful. Anything else? Kim asked curiously. You got your notebook? Naruto asked her as she was going to want to write this stuff down. The communicator soon went off. Oh thank you Wade, thank you. Kim said in relief. Where to buddy? The Amazon. Wade said simply filling them in on the professor who contacted them. Meet up in an hour. Kim said to him getting a nod. Done. Naruto said and as he walked out he peeped by a window and as he looked at it for a minuscule of a second he saw he was in a different outfit. What was that? He thought as he saw himself but different. Later with Naruto. You mind letting Kim off with a warning dad? Naruto asked as he put on his mission clothes, a black tank top with some orange designs on it. Why do I get a sense of deja vu when I put this on? He thought as his outfit always seemed more meaningful and natural. No son, this is a lesson about responsibility, this is a lesson she needs to learn, she has to. I'll join football, Barkin was saying till Naruto interrupted him midway through his monologue. I'll join football if you let Kim off the hook. Naruto said. You sure son? This is a pretty big step to go for your girlfriend. Barkin said before chuckling at Naruto's blushing face. She's not my girlfriend and neither is Bonnie, so stop teasing me about them. Naruto said to him, hiding his blush. No man travels the world following a girl if he doesn't like her. Barkin said simply. Do you want me on the football team or not? Naruto said blushing. Then Barkin said to him as they shook hands. Few hours later. Oh thank you. Kim said in excitement as she hugged him. The two looked at each other before blushing, seeing how close their faces were to one another as they separated. Rufus came out of Ron's pocket. Oh brother. He said as this was sad. Quiet you. Naruto said to him. Few minutes later. What was on this computer? Naruto asked the man as he saw it said download complete on it. Pulling up security now. Kim said as Wade was working through her communicator. They all watched as a woman rushed in and destroyed them all in under 4 seconds. That takes skill. Naruto said as he watched her movements and she worked flawlessly in executing them all perfectly. Are you checking her out? Kim asked him, signs of jealousy clearly showing. Why do I feel like I've seen her before? She said to herself. Here's her file, her name's Shego. Wow, she's wanted in at least 11 different countries. Wade said pulling up her mugshot. No, that wasn't it. Wait, did you say Shego? Naruto asked, feeling like some bells were being rung in his mind. Yeah, why? Wade asked him, curious as to him. It sounded like he knew her. I feel like I heard that from somewhere. Naruto said, thinking back to Kim's cousin Larry who talked a lot. Who cares, let's just go. I'm hungry for some bueno nacho. Ron said as his stomach growled. Oh. Naruto thought as that word made some gears turn in his mind about Shego. Damn, can't remember. Let's go. He said as they took off. 2 hours later. An island. What kind of guy builds a lair on an island? That's like screaming I'm right here. Naruto asked his friends as this seemed like a move someone would play in the 60s. A moron. Kim said. Imagine if he never went on the actual beach. Naruto said as it looked like a decent one. Some people have too much money. Ron said to them with Rufus nodding in agreement. Well, see you down below. Naruto said diving into the water. 15 minutes later. I feel very insulted that we got caught. Naruto said, the others nodding in agreement as they were standing above a small platform. Ah, welcome KimPossible and the spiraling shadow. A man with blue skin said. Thank you. Now can you tell us who the hell you are? Naruto asked curiously. And why you're talking to us like one of those movie villains you see on late night TV? Kim said. Seriously man, this looks a bit cliché. Ron said as the shark pool was a bit much. Told you. Shego said, smirking superiorly at the blue skin man. She had low E-cup breasts, curvy body, and a big round beep. Oh shut up Shego, you seriously never heard of me? Dr. Draken. One of the world's greatest evil masterminds. Draken asked them, getting shakes from them making him whine. Nope, what's with the blue skin? You put on a bad thing of paint that got permanent? Naruto asked chuckling, making Shego cover her mouth holding back a laugh. Naruto cupped his chin looking at Shego and couldn't help but think she looked familiar. Hey, haven't I seen you somewhere before? Naruto said, pointing at the green theme fat tail. Maybe a few dozen most wanted posters. Shego said as that was usually where her pictures usually were. No, I think it was in a comic book. Naruto said, causing Shego to stiffen. What? No. Never. Shego said, shaking her head. Yeah, I think it was the last issue of Team. Naruto was saying, only to be cut off by a stray energy blast. You talk too much. Shego screamed in rage at her old life nearly being exposed. Oh shit. Naruto said, raising his hands as when the blast hit his palms a blue aura appeared over it. What the? Shego said as that brought many emotions along with deja vu. So what mutant, lab experiment alien? She asked, throwing some ideas out there. Nope, but not want to look a gift horse in the mouth. Naruto said, blasting her back. Shego held her stomach before looking back at him with a grin as her hands ignited. Okay, for once my job is interesting. She said as she charged at him. Since when does he have glowing hands? Ron asked Kim in surprise. New to me too. Kim said. Feed them to the sharks. Draken said loudly. So cliché, dude. Ron said to him. Tell it to the sharks. Draken said as Ron and Kim fell into it. Eyes. Naruto said as he dived down. Aw. Shego said as she wanted to fight some more. Naruto grabbed Kim and when he tried to get Ron, a shark approached shit. He thought swimming faster to Ron, and as he grabbed him and swam up, the shark got close and bit his leg, but to Naruto's surprise he felt no pain. He kicked the shark and it luckily let go and he was able to pull them all out. Aw man, next time I'm using crocodiles. Draken said whiningly. Is he serious? Are you serious? Naruto asked Draken. Sadly yes, but I gotta say I'm impressed you survived the sharks. Shego said as those things were big and Draken hadn't fed them in a while. Thank you, you know he should be the henchman, not you. You're actually a threat. Naruto said as she seemed way too skilled to be a servant. Thanks, now how's about round 2? Shego said as his hands ignited with green flames. Ugh. Naruto said as he looked at his hands, not knowing what to do. Oh, are your powers not working? I thought the spiraling shadow was a very skilled person. Guess all those rumors were just talk. Shego said with a smirk. Oh, it is on, beautiful, Naruto said as he smiled and his hands ignited. Shego, help, I'm being bepalted by their buffoon. Draken said as they were slapping one another. Really? Naruto and Shego thought as that was sad to watch. Shego was brought out of her thoughts as she felt Naruto give her beep a smack, making her turn to him. Had to get in one last hit. Naruto said with a chuckle. You're either brave or stupid. Shego said, actually a little impressed that he was brave enough to do that. I'd say a bit of both, later. Naruto said, giving her a wink before he started running. Did you two grab the stuff? He asked Kim and Ron. We did the next best thing. Ron said as they heard a loud explosion. We better go. He said as they ran out. Few minutes later. I gotta admit, not counting the lair, this is a decent beach. Naruto said as the explosion made the waters a bit rough. Yeah, just smell that ocean air. Ron said, lying down on the sand, and soon jumped up in surprise. Ow, something is biting me, he said as he ran. It's a small hermit crab. Kim said, finding this a little funny. What am I sitting on? Naruto asked as he felt a rough spot on the sand, and as he dusted the spot off he saw a handle, and when he pulled it, he saw it was a treasure chest, and when he opened it, it was full of gold and diamonds. This idiot had treasure on this island and didn't know. He said, thinking Draken was a bigger idiot than he thought. Whoa, what are you going to do with it? Kim asked him curiously as he found it. Well, I do help my dad with the stock market. Naruto said, thinking responsibly, or I'll go to Vegas, I'm great at gambling. He said her. You're 17, Kim said to him, simply reminding him it was illegal. Almost 18 and people rarely check for IDs, Naruto said to her. Really? Kim asked curiously. Well, I was going to use some of my money to get you some nice things, but if you're against it, Naruto said. Take me shopping at Club Banana and we're good. Kim said, quickly giving in. Besides, you can never have too much money. It just depends on how you use it. Naruto said as he was going to be smart about this. I feel like my dad gave me a similar talk, but I don't think it was about money. Ron said as he scratched his head trying to think back. No, I've got nothing to say to that if it's what I think it is. Naruto said to him. Our ride's here. Kim said as she saw the boat appeared. Good, now Ron, give me a hand with this. Naruto said. What? Why me? Ron asked. Because I said so. Naruto said to him as they moved it only to find 3 more chests buried underneath it. Okay, this is a good day. He said happily. 1 hour later. So how did you do that thing with your hands? Kim said as Naruto stared at the ocean looking at his reflection. No idea, I just felt it. Naruto said to her in total honesty. I could buy a raiment stand. He said only to get his ear pulled by Kim. No. Kim said, shooting that idea down. You and Ron eat enough unhealthy food. I wouldn't trust either of you alone being behind the counter of selling the stuff you love. She said to them. Look at this, does this look like a flat fat stomach? Naruto asked as he lifted his shirt. You work out like crazy. Kim said as she stared and tried to suppress her urge to drool. Yeah, and I also burn calories like crazy, that's why I have to eat so much. Naruto said as he put his shirt down. So I guess I'll be seeing you and Bonnie more in your cheerleader outfits now that I'm joining the football team. He said. Awesome. Kim thought, screaming mentally, and thanks, you didn't have to do that for me. She said as she still felt really touched and it made her feel special that he did that for her. I know, but you're worth it. Naruto said. Maybe I should try more sports like basketball. He said to her. Are you joining them just because you got me out of detention, or are you making an excuse to see me and the others in our cheer outfits? Kim asked him, slightly flirtatious. Well, it'd be a nice sight, and maybe you could see me without my shirt on some more. Naruto said jokingly, not seeing the bright blush Kim gained. Few hours later. Am I sick? Naruto thought, looking a little pale as he saw his reflection. Naruto. A loud deep voice said to him. Hello? Naruto asked, looking around, and soon got a headache as he soon heard other voices saying his name till they soon became quiet. Did I snap? He thought, wondering if he was just hearing things. No, you idiot. The voice said to him. Remember who I am, at least these other idiots you can forget. He said as he then let out a sound of pain. You can't forget us, kid. An old but mature voice said. It's finally happened, Naruto, you've gone insane. Naruto said to himself. Okay Naruto, enough of this. Remember me, remember my name, it's Kurama. Naruto, you are my best friend. Kurama said to him. I remember dreaming about having a fox, I was gonna name him that. Naruto said, then hearing some laughs. Shut it. And Naruto, you kicked, shouted, and was an overall pain in the beep. You fought to protect your friends and never in your life gave up on them. Kurama said to him, wanting certain gears to turn in his head. Would you give me a damn minute to think, you loudmouth fox? Naruto said as he breathed heavily. Shut up, Shikaku. Naruto said, and then realized what he said, and soon things slowly came to him. There we go, let the gears turn in that stubborn head of yours, brat. Kurama said, chuckling a little. Naruto clenched his head as memories began to flood his mind before his eyes rolled up as he dropped to the floor. Next morning. Naruto awoke to find Barkin waving something in front of his nose, causing him to cough and gag. What the hell, Dad? He said, coughing as his father used smelling salts. You're on the bathroom floor, what happened? Barkin asked his son, and did you get more muscles? He said as Naruto seemed more defined. Oh crap. Naruto said as his lifer lives in this case hit him in the face. I'm fine, Dad, he said, getting up. You guys here? He thought to himself. Good to hear you again, brat. Kurama said. You guys all here? Naruto asked him. Duh. Shukaku said boredly. Yes. Madatabi said happily. Hi. Isobu said calmly. Sup, Naruto? Son Goku said to him. It is good to see you again, Naruto. Kakuo said calmly. Yo. Seiken said to him excitedly. Hey. Chimei said to him simply. What's up? Jayuki said to him a little more excited than he normally sounded. You know I'm here. Kurama said. Naruto, are you okay? You're spacing out on me. Barkin said as he began to examine him. Yes, I'm okay, Dad, geez. Naruto said as he can't believe his old life caught up to him. So Naruto, I gotta ask, what the hell is wrong with you? Kurama said to him simply. Me? What did I do? Naruto asked him as he got dressed. You're blind to everything, female. Kurama said as Madatabi and Kakuo even chimed in as it was really bad. This coming from a type of being that doesn't even have a beep or has anyone that could try, said beep on that's not a member of his family. Naruto said as he got a migraine. No offense to the other 8 of you. He thought apologetically. Hey, you want the day off? Barkin asked Naruto, wondering if he was up to go to school. As tempting as that is, I'm okay. Naruto said as he walked out the door. In fact, I feel better than ever. He said, happily glad that he was whole. Well, alright then, I'll see you at the tryouts. Barkin said to him. Tryouts please. Naruto said as he was athletically fit before he got his memories with him. He was in another league. Ah, that's my boy. Barkin said. Later after school. Aaron, does Naruto seem different? Kim asked him curiously. Nah, but he does seem more cheerful. Ron said to her. Where is he? Kim asked, looking around. Where's Bonnie? She asked, looking around. Where's Brick? Ron asked, not seeing the QB. With Bonnie. Brick, I told you 100 times I'm not interested. Bonnie said. Come on babe, please. Brick said as he brushed his hair back with a smile. No, now leave me alone. Bonnie said, only for Brick to grab her hand and pull her back to him. Let me go. She said. No, come on, go on a date with, it'll be fun. Brick said to her. I said no. Bonnie said, struggling to free herself. Fine then, how's about we have some fun here? Brick said to her suggestively. Brick felt someone grab his other hand as he turned and saw Naruto. It's not nice to pick on ladies. Naruto said to him seriously. Back off bro, Brick said, not even acknowledging him. Make me. Naruto said seriously. Brick turned and threw a punch at him. Naruto caught Brick's wrist and twisted it back, causing the large boy to grunt in pain. That isn't any way to treat a girl, Flag. You need to learn some manners. He said. Brick broke his hold and glared at him. Back off, Whiskers, this isn't any of your business. Brick said angrily. That's my friend, so I'm making it my business. Naruto said. Brick cracked his knuckles, but before he could make a move he was hit by a strong uppercut, knocking him off the ground before Naruto unleashed a flurry of punches on the large bully, faster than the eye could see. Brick fell hard to the ground, bloody nose, broken teeth and black eye as he twitched on the ground. That was amazing. Bonnie said, amazed. Naruto took down a guy literally 3 times his size. No man is going to mess with you without dealing with me, Bone. Naruto said. Bonnie bit her lip a little from him using her pet name and sounding slightly possessive of her. Oh crap, the girls, I gotta get back to practice. She said, running off. The sun shined over the Middleton High football field. Both the football and cheerleader teams were doing outside practice. Naruto yanked off his helmet, shaking his head as sweat drizzled down his face, but to the girls too might as well have been in slow motion as blushes came over their faces and used their hands to fan themselves as they saw the blonde teen take the field. His muscles being visible through his shirt made all the more alluring. Kim and Bonnie were both awestruck by the sight of their childhood friend, with the latter of the two licking her lips with temptation and hungry lust in her eyes. Naruto then took off his shirt, wringing it to get some of the sweat out of it, as well as trying to cool himself off. Some of the girls fainted seeing his fit, muscular body. Bonnie bit her lip, checking him out before seeing Kim having a very red face with some blood coming out of her nose, which she tried denying to Bonnie but was failing miserably. Okay men, that's the end of practice, go hit the showers, Barkin yelled. Naruto looked over at the girls as they ran back to the gym, catching small glimpse of their panties as they ran back, causing him to blush. He suddenly felt a pair of eyes on him and looked over to see Bonnie walking a bit behind, turning back to Naruto, giving him a wink as she slightly lifted her skirt, giving the boy a view of her tight red thong nestled between her cheeks. You could think she wasn't wearing any panties. Bonnie winked, shaking her butt a bit as she sauntered back to the gym, leaving a stunned and blushing Naruto. Well, at least the girls are smart. Madara thought to herself and was glad Naruto was attracted to smart women and not some brainless floozies. Good news on, you're the new QB. Barkin said, happily slapping Naruto on the back, which didn't affect him. Great, but what happened to Brick? Naruto said, pretending he didn't know. He got beat up, and since he'll be taking too long to heal, we need a new QB, and that's you, son. Barkin said as he beeped the football to him. You sure the other players are okay with that? Naruto asked. They voted you in themselves. Apparently Brick didn't have a lot of fans among his teammates. Barkin said. I'm surprised he had fans, period. Naruto thought. With Kim in the locker room. I swear he's so hot. Kim thought, thinking about seeing Naruto sweaty and shirtless as she changed. He's so frustrating. Bonnie thought, moaning in dissatisfaction as she wanted Naruto to make a move on her, but that body. She thought, knowing she was gonna have dreams about for a while. I need to make the first move. Bonnie thought to herself. I need to ask Naruto out. They both thought, wanting the blonde. As both girls finished they walked out of the locker room, and as they did they saw they were headed in the same direction. Is she? They thought to themselves, seeing the look in the other's eyes. Oh hell no. They thought, both of them running out the door to the field looking for Naruto. The two eventually found him as he was packing his stuff up. Naruto? They both yelled, shoving the other. You carrying any dollar bills? Shukaku asked him as this looked like a perfect opportunity. Madara and Kakuo smacked him with their tails. Whoa, whoa, hey, hey. Naruto said, running over to them. No, don't break it up. Shukaku said, suggesting he should record it. Madatabi and Kakuo smacked him again. Naruto got between Kim and Bonnie and separated them. Can you two calm down? He said, separating them. Now what's the problem? He asked them. I want to go on a date with you. They both said to him, making him turn red in embarrassment. I take back what I said, maybe you aren't a total idiot. Kurama said to him. How can you insult my love life when you have no love life? Naruto said to him. Cause it's funny and keep talking about mine and I'll kill you, Kurama said to him. Sounds like someone wants another meeting with Barney, Naruto said with a chuckle as the tailed beasts told him how Kurama hated watching something so adorable in Naruto when he was a toddler. No. Kurama said. Now what's this about going on a date with me? Naruto asked. The two girls began to talk at the same time, but they then glared at each other so hard Naruto could share he saw sparks in between where their eyes met. Enough. Naruto shouted, silencing them, you two have been good friends for so long and now you're going to risk that for me? I can't believe you. I figured you'd be much more mature than this, but apparently not. I've seen your rivalry at times but this. He said. The two looked down as Bonnie rubbed her arm as they now felt bad. Kim glanced at Bonnie and Naruto before something came to her mind. Do you still have those rights that king gave you? She asked as on one of their missions they stumbled on a plot to attack a prince and when they informed the king he rewarded them, Naruto most of all. What rights? Bonnie asked, intrigued. Right, I forgot about those, Naruto said, scratching the back of his head nervously. What rights? Bonnie asked again before Kim whispered into her ear, you can have a harem legally. She said in surprise. Say it louder, I don't think the school heard you. Naruto said as he had enough women wanting him. If they found out about this he was done. Oh, like you'd complain. Kim said to him. Wait, is that why I always see you checking out the cheer squad? Bonnie asked with a mischievous smirk, walking towards him. Maybe. Naruto said, backing up slightly. Do you want to date the captain and co-captain of the cheer squad? Kim asked, walking towards Naruto with an evil grin. To be honest, I'd get with any girl you all give the green light for. Naruto said to them. Well, ain't that sweet? Tell me, do you know what friends with benefits mean? Bonnie asked with a smile. Yeah, Naruto said. Since you like girls in other countries or that work far away. Kim said to him, simplifying. Naruto began to blush as the girls stood on both sides of him. You two are surprisingly calm about this. He said to them as he could hear Madatabi and Kakuo's smiles and giggles. Well, I guess we've always had something for each other, but also for you. So since it would be greedy to keep you to ourselves, why not just share you? Bonnie said as she, Kim, and all of the other girls have peeked at Naruto and knew he was very well equipped. So, what now? Naruto asked as they grabbed his arms, holding each arm close to their bodies. Now you stop worrying cause you have 2 pieces of beautiful arm candy. Kim said with a grin before she kissed him. As soon as Kim backed off, Bonnie kissed him before they both put their heads on his shoulders as they walked away together. Few weeks later. Why are we doing this? Bonnie asked Kim as they were a club band working a shift which was pretty enjoyable as they shopped here and got a discount. Because our generous loving boyfriend got us those jackets in our colors, mind you. Kim said to her. Right. Bonnie said as she liked the jacket he got her but didn't want to rely on him for everything and wanted to get him something eventually. How is Ron doing? She said as she was actually amazed he was a good worker. It's his favorite restaurant, what do you expect? Kim said as Ron was basically a food critic and he knew how to cook. Hey girls. Naruto said, walking in. Hey, honey. Kim said happily. Here to shop for us? Bonnie asked, both happy and not wanting him to. Nah, how are the jackets? Naruto asked curiously. Cool, Kim said as hers was a bright purple. Great, Bonnie said as hers was pink with traces of blue. Where's Ron? Is he and Rufus inhaling the nacho cheese? Naruto asked them. Yeah, they're working at Bueno Nacho, Kim said. And the manager let them. I trust them as much as I'd trust Scoopy and Shaggy, Naruto said as it was true as Rufus ate so much nachos it didn't make sense. You're one, no, actually you have more control around food than them. Kim said. And Ron got promoted to manager. Bonnie said. Wow, who knew he had a work ethic? Naruto said, surprised but actually proud of his friend. So anything else? Kim asked him curiously, wondering why else he was dropping by. What? Ooh, if I could get my hands on him. Kim said angrily as she wrote down about her fantasies with Naruto and that. What, your brothers don't do that? Bonnie asked, surprised her brothers haven't tried that yet. No, they actually like living. Kim said as she remembered the talk threat she made to them if they ever did that. Have your sisters ever done that, Bone? Naruto asked in concern. Tried once but I have dirt on them so they won't try again, Bonnie said with a grin as blackmail and threats were how she and her family operated. Cool, also, Naruto said as he took out his orange communicator as he had his on vibrate. What's the situate? he said as Kim gave him a look for stealing her line. Bracken's back, he's busted out of jail. Wade said to them. I'm amazed he knows how to work a door. Naruto said in amazement. Where are they? He asked him knowing Shego had to be involved. Bingo. Wisconsin. Wade said as he zeroed in on their location. Do me a favor and see if Club Banana in Wisconsin was robbed. Naruto said seeing some footage of Shego in a familiar jacket that he got for Kim and Shego. Thought sending you the location. Wade said to him. You're joining on the mission? Naruto asked her curiously. You guys seem to have fun, so why not? Bonnie said as she decided to give it a try. Naruto said looking at Kim. Don't worry, I've given her a couple tips, she's ready. Kim said to him trying to beep him. Well, they both did receive the same cheerleading. Naruto thought to himself as Kim had been doing this since middle school. When the trio found Ron, they blanched as they saw him and Rufus with melted nacho cheese dripping down their mouths. Really? Naruto asked them. I couldn't help it, I wanted my Naco with extra cheese. Ron said to them. The funk is a Naco? Naruto asked as he looked at a taco shell filled with meat and nachos and a heavy amount of cheese. How are you not dead? He asked seeing as it was filled with a lot of fat and cheap products. Big mouth. Ron said as he ate it. Dude 1, that looks disgusting, and 2 come on Draken is loose. Naruto said. Yeah, let's go, Kim said. I can't, Ron said to him. Yes you can, you're fired, Ned said thankful as he needed a reason to fire Ron as corporate loved the Naco, and Ron seemed to be doing much better than him. There now, come on. Naruto said as he yanked Ron causing Rufus to spin in the air before Ron grabbed him. Few hours later. Wish there was a giant gulp of milk somewhere, Madara said, wondering how much milk was wasted on this. Who in the hell makes a building out of goddamn Swiss cheese? Naruto said as Rufus was eating it. Forget that, how has it not melted or rotted yet? Bonnie said amazed by the dairy still being intact and edible. I swear this guy really is insane and very, very stupid. Naruto said. Like seriously, we can just walk in through one of the holes, Ron said as this was the easiest break into a lair ever. Rufus, stop eating it, you have no idea where that cheese has been. Naruto said as Rufus ate the equivalent of 3 bricks worth of cheese. Get him before he messes himself up eating too much or something. He said to Ron. Come on buddy, we have a mission here. Ron said as he picked his little buddy up. Kim and Bonnie held up their grappling hook hair dryers. Naruto squeezed his hand causing a grappling hook to shoot from the wrist of his suit. I swear you always get the best toys. Kim said to him. Your stuff ain't so bad either. Naruto said as they went up. Few minutes later. Impossible and the spiraling shadow. How did you get in here? Draken asked in surprise. Really? You have a building made of Swiss cheese, which has holes. Oh my god, you are so ridiculous. Naruto said pinching the bridge of his nose. Hey, this time he has actual henchmen. Kim said pointing to the many red suit wearing men. They are not getting paid enough to deal with this moronic lunatic. Naruto said to his friends. Hey, I'm trying to use a giant laser and a magma cannon to melt Wisconsin to make my own country called Drakenville. Draken said sounding both proud and superior. Wisconsin is a state not a country and Drakenville, really? That's the best you could come up with? Bonnie said and seriously don't you know that if you turn it on, you'll melt your own building? She asked. Draken growled as he noticed Shego and his henchmen were laughing from what they were saying. Shut up and do your jobs. He said to the henchmen. All but one of the henchmen stopped laughing. Stop laughing. Draken shouted shutting him up. Okay, I'm good Shego. Hey Draken, think fast. Naruto said throwing a bowl right at Draken's nuts. It was a useless instrument, he said to the man. Draken's voice reached opera levels as he dropped to his knees. Ow. Ron said as he rubbed his ears. Wow, for such an annoying voice I'm impressed he reached such levels of volume, Shego said as she couldn't believe Draken had that kinda range. Shego looked and saw the dark beeps the henchmen were all wearing were shattered. She then yelped as she felt a familiar hand smack her beep. I swear you make it too easy. Naruto said chuckling before jumping back to dodge a swipe from Shego. We'll see how beepy you are when I get my hands on you, Shego said confidently. Hey Madara, can you bring the heat? Naruto asked as Madara seemed to like his idea. Draken, why is it so damn hot? Shego said as she began to sweat. Yeah, it is roasting, Bonnie said as she rubbed the sweat off her face. Shego jumped back to avoid a blue fireball. I can do that to handsome, she said as she made a large green ball of plasma and threw it. Thank you Shego, Naruto thought as he jumped the wall getting hit with the burning hot plasma, and thank you Madara, he thought as he had channeled her chakra to push out heavy heat from his body. Draken grunted as a glob of melted Swiss cheese dropped on his face, making him look up to notice that the cheese that made his lair was beginning to melt. The glob of the melted cheese also landed on the controls for Draken's weapon, making it spark causing the laser to kick on, evident by the humming sound it was making. No, it's going to explode. Draken said in fear. Okay, let's go. Naruto said as that was gonna be a nightmare with how much heat it'd let out till next we meet. He said to Shego. I'll kick your beep one day. Shego said as she couldn't deny the fighting between them was very fun. Whatever you say, Lima Bean. Naruto said as they went their separate ways on the currents of melted cheese. This was a weird day. Kim said as they were drifting on melted cheese. Believe it or not, I've had weirder. Naruto said seriously, also why guys? He said as Ron and Rufa stuck their heads in the liquid cheese. Like you wouldn't if this was ramen. Ron said as cheese dripped from his face. Yeah. Rufa said to him, licking his own face. Okay, valid point. Naruto said to them as he couldn't deny that. Let's hope the next layer. A few days later. Ron, come on, it's only a temple. Naruto said as Ron was complaining about a temple that had monkeys on it. Careful Naruto, I'm getting a weird vibe here. Sun said to him as he felt this temple was off. Okay, a temple, that's legit. Naruto thought, amazed that was even possible, as besides a few things the world seemed normal. I'll stay with him and Mr. Monty Fisk, Bonnie said as she stood and watched over Ron. Let's go, Kim, Naruto said as they entered the temple. You getting an Indiana Jones vibe? He asked Kim as they entered. Yep, Kim said with a chuckle. All you're missing is the hat and whip, she said as they fell through a trapdoor. Naruto chuckled as they walked on as he began to hum the Indiana Jones theme and soon began climbing up walls and activating some more traps. What kind of traps lead you to the treasure the traps are supposed to kill you from? He asked Kim in wonder as he just considered it stupid. Well, the world is filled with idiots. Kim said as she wondered that as well, and soon they made it to the idol. Pressure plate? Naruto asked her. Yep, Kim said, seeing enough movies to know that was the case. I always wonder how it never went down with the thing on top, Naruto said as they always went down after the item was taken off. Ready to run? Kim asked curiously. Yep. Naruto said as they then picked up a statue and soon heard a rumbling, of course the giant stone ball Klebipik. He thought to himself. Run. Kim said as they ran toward the exit. Screw this. Naruto said as he stopped and pressed his hands towards the stone ball, stopping it. Okay, I really need to ask how he's doing this. Kim thought as his hands were one thing, but stopping that was insane. With one squeeze Naruto shattered the stone ball. Now let's walk out. He said to her. Kim shook herself out of her stupor as she followed him. Later at night. You sure you wanna know? Naruto asked his friends. Either tell us or we hold out on making out with you, Bonnie said to him. Still a booyah man scoring 2 ladies, Ron said to him. Rufa said, eating some nachos. Naruto filled them in, giving them in-depth but brief explanations as to who he was. Wow, we're actually dating a reincarnated ninja. Awesome, Kim said as that was cool. Can you teach like really cool ninja moves? Ron asked, doing ninja things he saw in movies before kicking, making himself drop onto his back. Yes, but definitely not any of that. Naruto said as that was bullshit right there and hilarious. Cool, anybody want some s'mores? I brought plenty of marshmallows and chocolates. Bonnie said. I got plenty of graham crackers. Kim said as she always liked to be prepared. Oh great, don't tell me you're getting camp flashbacks again, Ron. Naruto said, seeing the shivering he was doing. Don't laugh, I still shiver remembering that chimp. Ron said to him as it was still haunting him. Oh, for the love of, that chimpanzee was the most harmless chimp I've ever seen. Naruto said to him. Animals love you, man. Ron said to him as no animal hated Naruto. Yeah, well, I recall primates seem to like you. Naruto said to him simply. Well, I don't like them. Remember that one time at the zoo? Ron said as all he remembered was all the howling. The real question is, do you remember? Naruto said to him simply. You mean that chimp grabbing me? Yes. Ron said to him. It didn't grab you, it pushed you out of the way of that runaway food cart. Naruto said as Ron's fear told him a different story. Yeah, Ron, I mean, why were you afraid of that chimp at camp? It never attacked you. Kim said as he didn't come back with injuries. Let's just agree to disagree. Now let's make s'mores before Rufus eats all the marshmallows. Ron said as he didn't want to talk and was very hungry. Few hours later. Naruto was making the tent as he saw Ron and Rufus sleeping together in Ron's sleeping bag with chocolate on their lips. You're Naruto Uzumaki, correct? Monty asked him, popping up out of who knows where. Funk. Naruto said as he held his heart. Don't ever do that again. He said, acting like an amateur as he could tell the man purposely snuck up on him. What do you want, rich guy? He asked him, wondering what he wanted. I hear you are well versed in martial arts, a black belt in almost all forms of fighting. Monty said to him. Yeah, what? You want some lessons? Naruto asked. No, I prefer an older styled form, but I must say it is impressive. Monty said to him. This guy is a creep. Naruto thought as his personality and demeanor screamed creep. How's the idol? Monty asked, showing a lot of concern. It's safe, don't worry, you'll get your monkey thing. Naruto said as he saw a blood vessel pop up. There must be something about this idol he's not telling us if he's getting this worked up. He thought to himself. Thank you, do you care enough to show me where it is? Monty said tensely. Not exactly, but it's in my tent, don't worry, nobody can get it but me. Naruto said as this conversation got creepier by the second. Really? Care to show it to me? Monty asked, walking forward, shortening the personal space. No, now are you gonna keep creeping me out or are you going to let me get some sleep? Naruto asked him, walking away. Reminds me of Orochimaru, but more monkey-like than snake, also a bigger idiot, Kurama said to Naruto. Naruto chuckled in agreement as he got in his sleeping bag between Kim and Bonnie. Next day. You okay? Kim asked curiously. I don't feel. Are you sure you're just not paranoid? Bonnie asked, wondering if he was overthinking it. Paranoid? Remember, it was my gut that revealed that gym teacher back in the 4th grade as a pedophile. My gut is never wrong. Naruto said to them. Don't worry bro, I think he's creepy too. Ron said to him. I mean, he has to be evil, he really likes monkeys, he said to them. Yeah, when he touched me his hand felt like a monkey's hand. Naruto said as the man's hands were odd. That ain't right. Bonnie said, imaging that. Welp, family game night awaits. Kim said as Naruto wasn't letting her bail. Great, gives me a chance to see Larry again. Naruto said as he met Larry in the past and he wasn't that bad. And Kim, you have to join in as you always have to make time for family. He said his family could be annoying, but they were still family. Yeah. Bonnie was a little jealous that Kim's family were so close, as besides her mom her family kinda sucked as her dad was a deadbeat and her sisters were bitches to her. Few hours later. How do you always win? Larry asked Naruto as he got beat by him in Fortress, just like all the other times they play when he visits. Tons and tons of practice, dude. Naruto said as he had a lot of free time. One of these days I swear I'm going to beat you. Larry said with a chuckle. Naruto's communicator beeped. Not now. He said as he and Kim answered it. What's up Wade, kinda busy with family time here. Kim said as it wasn't as bad as she thought it'd be. I did some more research on that idol you sent a pic of to me. Wade said as he typed on his computer. Turns out it's part of some monkey legend and it's legend. Should someone bring it together with 3 other relics like it, they'll be granted the power of Tai Shing Pekwar or monkey kung fu, he said to him as it seemed like it was legend. How do you know all this? Just yesterday you said magic was bogus, Naruto asked him and saw Wade begin to sweat nervously. Wade, what did you do? He asked, giving him a look. I may have sent Ron and Bonnie ahead with my holograms of you guys. Wade said to him nervously. Sent them where? Kim asked, trying to keep herself in control. To see Monty Fisk, apparently he's the go-to guy for stuff like this. Wade said to them nervously. Wade. They shouted, making him flinch. Monty Fisk will kill them, how are they? Naruto asked him, worried about Ron and Bonnie. Better than you'd think. Wade said as he showed them what was going on. Hey monkeys, hit me. Ron shouted as the monkey statue's eyes lit up, blasting the boy into the air as the mystical energy entered his body. Oh yeah, I am feeling it. I'm feeling the monkey. Ron exclaimed as Rufus gasped from his pocket, feeling the power course through him too. But Naruto. Naruto looked up and suddenly clutched his chest, feeling the seal glow bright red, symbolizing Goku's aura. He looked up at Ron and could sense a strange power awakening within his best friend, and this hadn't been the first time either. I was right, Ron, you're something else. Naruto thought with a smirk, as even before he got his memories there was always something he felt was strange. No. Mystical monkey power was to be mine alone. Monkey Fist shouted as Ron landed on the ground with a fiery look in his eyes. I'm afraid I must disagree. Ron said, striking a kung fu pose. Monkey Fist growled and leapt at Ron, who blocked his punch before tossing him into a nearby pillar. As the monkey man tried to regain himself, Ron delivered a hard flip kick, knocking high into the air, jumping right after him. Ron drove a hard right hook into Monkey Fist's face, then a double kick to the stomach, knocking him down to the ground while latching onto the pillar, scratching his armpit like a monkey. Monkey Fist rose to his feet only to meet the back of Naruto's fist, sending him into a wall. Back with Naruto, few moments earlier. Since when can he fight? Kim said in surprise. Wait a minute, Naruto said, seeing Rufus hold a very familiar kunai. I wondered where that went. He said with a smirk. Get ready, Kim. He said, grabbing Kim as they disappeared in a flash. Larry gasped as he swiped the air where they were. Teleportation, awesome. He said before he faints from geeking out. Now with Ron and Bonnie. We're here. Oh shit, monkey feet. Naruto said as he saw Monty Fisk didn't have human feet, he had feet like a primate's. The tailed beast shouted in disgust, seeing it. I swear I'm gonna throw up. Kim said as that was gross. Been there, done that. Bonnie said as she literally did when she saw it. What in the literal funk is wrong with you? Naruto asked as he too felt ready to throw up. I am perfection, I am Monkey Fist. Fist said to them in anger. You're not a monkey, monkeys have tails. Where's yours? Naruto asked before chuckling as Fist didn't have a comeback for that. Seriously, who does messed up shit like that? He said as someone would do that was messed up in the head. Somewhere in the world a woman obsessed with crossbred animal toys sneezed. Also monkey dude. Ron said as they all turned over a monkey statue and they shattered and exploded in green light. Ooh. Fist said and was then punched in the face by Naruto. Not sure who to call, the cops or animal control. Naruto said as they looked at the hybrid man chuckling. I'd go with cops, and you did good, Ron, since when can you fight like that? Bonnie said as she was impressed he could fight like that. I got monkey powers. Ron said to them. Kim said, not knowing what to say. Give it a second. Naruto said simply. Ron then screamed, realizing he had monkey powers even though he chose to get them. A week later. Can I ask why you are in my house? Naruto asked Shego as she was reading a magazine on his bed. Can't believe you live with your dad. Shego said, you got some good reading material here, buddy. She said, gesturing to the magazine. I'm moving, your boss had literal treasure on the island and I found it. Naruto said to her as he had bought a mansion and everything. Really? Shego said as that was news to her. Yes, so what do you want? Naruto asked. You have game, I see it in your eyes, the princess may not see it, but I do, you're different from everyone else. Shego said simply as she saw those same eyes every time she looked in the mirror. Oh, you have no idea, but what's your point? Naruto asked curiously as he knew they were both mercenaries and were basically people for hire. How about you partner up with me? Shego said to him as she never meet anyone as skilled as him. I mean, come on, every time we've fought neither of us have actually won, she said to him as that was the case. True, but I ain't betraying my friends or working for a half-wit, Naruto said to her as he did have standard. Speaking of, where's your dipshit boss? He asked her, wondering if he was in his house. He said he found something more superior than me. Shego said, not at all convinced there was something better than her. Naruto scoffed and held back a laugh. Better than you? You're the only person I've ever fought that's been like my equal in combat. He said as he saw Monkey Fist fight and he was sure he could take him. Why, thank you. Shego said, glad for the praise but wanted more. Since we're talking, how does a person in a hero family become a crook for hire? Naruto asked her. Great, do the princesses and buffoon know? Shego asked him curiously. I don't tell other people's business unless it is life or death. Your secret is safe with me. Naruto said to her. You're just like me, it's scary. You have a code, don't you? Shego said as even as a mercenary she had standards for doing things, and the worst she has done was cause severe bodily harm, but never murder and never anything involving children. Obviously. Naruto said simply as he followed his heart. Anyways, I left my brothers and that stupid hero group as I couldn't stand it anymore. Shego said as Hego had a Superman complex. Only siblings she liked were her twin younger brothers. Yeah, that whole Hego, Wago, Mago thing was a bit ridiculous. Naruto said as he read up on the more detailed articles of the Ghost City heroes. See? At least you get it. Shego said as finally having someone to converse with was nice. So why turn to crime? Naruto asked her curiously. They paid more than teaching, Shego said nonchalantly. Okay, Naruto said, not knowing how to respond to that one. That kinda explains why you're with Draken. In a way he qualifies as a child, he said, making her burst out with laughter. Wanna make a deal? He asked her curiously. What do you have in mind, Blondie? Shego asked as he seemed smart enough to give her an offer she'd like. What if I could make most of your crimes disappear? Naruto asked her as he saw her file, and it was a long one. Go on, Shego said, liking this so far. I mean, your little tech boy manager seems smart. She said as she did do her homework and found out Wade's IQ. How about you work for me and that's about it? Hell, you can have one of my rooms for free. Naruto said to her. You said you were moving, where? Shego asked him curiously. Huge mansion by the beach with a pool. Naruto said to her. Alright, I'm in. Shego said to him as they shook on it. What do you want me to do? She asked. Well, first tell me what Draken has that made him think he could replace you. Naruto asked curiously as Draken was dumb, but not that dumb to replace Shego without some guarantee. I actually have no idea, he was working on it before I ever showed up. Shego said as Draken had been working on it for years. Do you know what his real name is? Maybe I could dig something up. Naruto said. Berlipsky. Shego said, laughing as Naruto began to laugh with her. Okay, little more respect for him changing his name to Draken. Naruto said to her. Few hours later. Gotta admit this place is nice. Shego said as she checked out the mansion. She saw over 24 rooms, a patio waiting to be used for a party, a great view of the ocean, a large garage, a large pool, a gym, a deluxe kitchen, and a state-of-the-art living room full of everything a gamer and movie addict would want. Patch. Naruto said as he tossed her some money. $5 grand. Okay, if this is my salary I'm sold. Shego said to him. No, that's for you to do whatever the hell you want to your room. Naruto said to her. Oh, still good. Shego said as he let her move a lot of her stuff here and even made the plates on her car legal. I can get the money issue, but do you ever dream about trying being a teacher? Naruto asked her curiously. Why have a fantasy of doing it with a teacher? Shego said, sending him a wink. Naruto paused for a moment and actually thought about it, but he was brought out his thoughts when they heard someone enter the house. Did anybody follow you? He asked her, which she replied by shaking her head as they went to the front and saw his team. Why is she here? Kim and Bonnie asked in a fit of jealousy. Easy, we had sex, Shego said with a beepy grin and smile, seeing their eyes twitch in jealousy and rage before Naruto smacked her on the back of the head. Stop trying to start fights, we didn't have sex, I'm still a virgin. Naruto said, very much wanting to live and not die in a 2-on-1 catfight. But cause I got dibs, Kim and Bonnie said before they glared at the other. Dude, I gotta know what's your secret? Ron asked him curiously. Naruto sighs as he rubbed his head. My secret is chaos follows me wherever I go. He said to him as that was the truest thing he had ever said. Late at night. You sure? Naruto asked Shego as they were investigating a disappearance. Yeah, I've definitely seen this guy's picture before. Shego said as she looked at the missing person's picture. Well, if you think of something, let me know. Naruto said as he had weighed on this but hoped Shego could make the connection. You probably don't want to hear what I'm thinking about. Shego said with a sensual smirk as she was thinking about something else than the missing person. Watch it. Kim said from the distance. She makes it too easy. Shego said, groping his beep. Pause off. Bonnie said, keeping an eye on her. Naruto sighed as he separated them. Can we please focus? He asked them. With you heroes, chances are slim. Shego said as the other girls actually agreed. This guy looks familiar, I think I saw him, only younger, in one of my dad's old school yearbooks from college. Kim said to them as she thought she'd seen the man before. Next day. We need a vacation. 2 scientists kidnapped, Naruto said as this was dumb. Why these guys? Bonnie said as they worked under different types of science. Hey, another one. Kim said as she once again saw this guy, only younger, in one of her father's college yearbooks. Okay, once is happenstance, but again. Seems like somebody's going after people your father went to college with, but why? Naruto asked. My dad, they could go after my dad. Kim said as she picked up a picture of her father and the 2 missing scientists. I think we need to have a chat with your dad, Kim. Naruto said to her as this was urgent, could be a kidnapping. He thought as kidnapping the other 2 made his theory more likely. 1 hour later. Why are you asking about my college days? James Possible asked his daughter as was making his lunch. Listen, Dr. P, anyone have a grudge on you? Shego asked as everyone made enemies and he seemed annoying enough to make enemies, and please think only during college. She asked as she saw he seemed to be thinking father back then needed. Well, there was this one guy we teased a bit, James said, thinking back. You teased a guy? Naruto asked him as that didn't seem like him at all. James began telling them why he teased this guy. Naruto fell to the floor laughing. Oh god, that's hysterical. He said. Shego was biting her fist trying to stay professional but was failing miserably. Kim was also rolling, laughing hysterically. Bonnie shook her head. God, that is next level sad, she said. Well, to be fair, interacting with people can be hard, Ron said. You're gonna defend making robot women? Shego said, still trying not to laugh. Oh no, I'm just saying that integrating with women when you are nervous. I can relate to, Ron said as he had experienced that before, but even he had some pride. Okay, who was he? Naruto asked, wanting answers. I don't remember his last name. James said simply. Oh god, no. Shego said, face palming. Was his last name Lipsky? She asked in annoyance. Oh yeah, that was it. James said as he laughed a little. It's Draken, of course. Naruto said as the universe had an annoying sense of humor. At that moment 3 identical blonde robotic women smashed through the door. Hey, I just got through painting that. James said in anger. Pretty sure you should be more focused on us killing them. Naruto said in annoyance. Draken thought he could replace me with these. Shego said angrily as she clawed one of them and saw her claws barely made it through. Okay, for once he made something adequate, she said in admittance as she was genuinely surprised they were tough. He's so cheap, he couldn't even make them human looking. Naruto said as that would have been better. Maybe he has a robot fetish. Ron said, laughing a little. Shego snorts and covered her mouth to hold back her laugh, as that was something Draken definitely would have done. Good, unstoppable, she said, actually impressed by that comment. Keep behind me, Dad. Kim said before she noticed he was filling up cups of water. What are you doing? She asked. She got her answer as he threw water at them, causing them to spark and fall over. Ha, still got bugs. Everyone old Drew showed us always had one flaw. They weren't waterproof. He said with a chuckle. Ugh, may want to check that math again, Naruto said as they came back on and tackled them all and kidnapped Mr. Drive Possible. Dad. Kim said, yelling in worry. Okay, now I'm pissed. Naruto said as his eyes turned red and he had slits. Since when can he do that? Shego said, finding that appealing. I kinda stopped keeping track as there's always something new. Bonnie said. Ow, 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 I got a hand. Ron said as he held one of the robot's hands which tried to escape his grip. Vivid, Naruto said, moving it around him. What are you doing? Bonnie asked curiously. Using it like a comp. Beat this thing wants its body, Naruto said, and saw the hand act erratically in a certain direction. There we go. He said, running out. Hey, give me your keys. Shego said to Kim, seeing the car out front. No way are we catching him on foot, come on, I wanna see the action. She said, wanting to see Naruto fight. Few minutes later. This is awesome. Shego said, watching Naruto tear the robots apart. Shego, some help please. Kim said, trying to free her father and his friends. Shego raised her hand, not even looking, and blasted the prison they were in and it shut down. Shego, I order you. Draken was saying, only to be blasted. My contract's up anyway, plus he pays better. Shego said as he didn't renew her contract and Naruto was better company and didn't bitch anywhere near Draken's level. Naruto panted as he stood on a pile of destroyed robots. One lifted up only for him to smash its head. Ooh, Naruto said to Draken. Mommy. Draken said as he looked ready to wet himself. Few hours later. You have gotta teach me how you did that. Shego said as they were chilling in his living room. Yeah babe, that'd be real cool. Bonnie asked him with a smirk. Please? Kim asked, giving him a puppy dog look. Okay, holster those weapons you call eyes. Naruto said to Kim, I'll teach you, and you too Ron, you aren't getting out of this. He said, grabbing the boy's collar. Oh man. Ron said as he was caught. What are you gonna do while we are at school? Bonnie asked Shego, who just grinned evilly. I don't like that grin, Kim and Bonnie thought. Next day. Oh my god. Naruto said as he and the others walked into science and saw Shego dressed professionally, the top button of her dress shirt undone and wearing a short skirt and heels. I thought she was kidding about the teacher thing. He thought to himself. Welcome Klebeep, I am Ms. Go. Shego said, what do you think, Mr. Uzumaki? She asked, whispering in his ear. Well, I'm pretty sure all my blood is going somewhere and it ain't my brain. Naruto said silently. Perfect, now please have a seat. Shego said as she pointed him to the closest seat to her desk. Oh boy. Bonnie and Kim thought as they checked her out as well. Ron was beeped out on the floor as he couldn't handle seeing Shego in what she was wearing. After Klebeep. Mr. Uzumaki, would you mind staying after Klebeep? Shego said with a smirk and lust in her eyes. Kim and Bonnie shared a firm look with one another before they grabbed his arms and dragged him out of the room. They make it too easy. Shego said with a smirk. Don't leave after basketball. Bonnie and Kim said to him, taking off with a bit more sway in their hips. Looks like somebody is finally going to lose his V-card, Kurama said proudly as his host needed to get laid. You're not going to watch any of it, are you? Naruto asked, feeling a little concerned. No, they are not, Madatabi and Kakuo said, firmly, glaring and hissing at their brothers. Few hours later after school. Naruto just finished basketball practice and waited in the gym after everyone was gone. Okay, I need a shower, he said, heading to the showers as he didn't expect Kim and Bonnie to make him wait so long. He entered the male's locker room and headed for the showers and undressed as he scratched his head as the water poured down on him. Few days later. Next time Ron, if you ever meet someone who is eccentric, don't give them ideas of supervillainy, Naruto said as they had got home after dealing with the senior family for complete and total BS. Okay, this was my bad, Ron said in admittance. Hey, at least I got something out of it, Shego said as she took a vase and got looks from Kim and Ron. What, they were villains stealing from villains, ain't a crime, she said to them, as if this ever went to court, she could counter-sue with them trying to cause her bodily harm. Kim rolled her eyes. 1 week later. You can make a thing that switches brains, but you can't make something that can actually make you smarter. Threatening, I don't think so. Naruto said as he and the others looked at Draken's brain swap machine. I am. So. A threat. Draken shouted, and I'll make you all see that I am truly the baddest dude of all, he said to them. He makes it too easy. Naruto said as he dodged a shot from Draken which hit the machine, causing it to spark. Dude, for real? Can you make something that doesn't spark and explode so easily? He asked as he thought of a certain mad scientist he saw on a cartoon whose inventions always blew up so easily. Everyone looked as the machine began to glow and hum loudly. Eyes, that thing is building up a lot of power, Naruto said, running to it, plugging in his communicator. Uh-oh, BB's, Draken said, yelling for newest robotic servants, quickly got him out of there. Wade, what's up with this thing? Kim asked him. I don't know, it's overloading, you guys gotta get out of there before it blows, Wade said to them. Might be a little late for that, Ron said as the machine glowed. Everyone get back was all Naruto could say as the machine blew up. Few minutes later. Naruto dug himself out of the rubble of the timeshare lair and soon began to look for the others and soon found them, and when he did he was shocked by what he saw. Kim had a pure white streak in her hair and her body seemed to gain a little muscle to her body, gaining a six-pack, and her legs became more defined. Ron seemed like he got an inch or two in height, gained muscles, and now had red mutton chops. Shego seemed to have gained sharper claws and a more attractive body, her hair gaining some dark blue streaks, and as he looked at her eyes, he saw that one of her emerald eyes turned a dark navy blue. Bonnie had a slightly gray tint in her hair, her eyes were a combination of red and brown, her body gained some slight muscles, she gained an inch in height. Oh shit, Naruto thought, feeling Kakuo inside Kim, Son Goku and Ron, Madatabi and Shego, and Isobu and Bonnie. Few hours later. So we all have matching tattoos? Shego asked, looking at her exposed stomach, looking at the matching tattoos they all had. Yes, and Kim stopped panicking, Naruto said as she was pacing back and forth. They'll disappear, he said, as they weren't permanent. Will they? I mean, this ain't like those fake tattoos you get at the carnival, my parents will flip. Kim said, freaking out. Listen, stop, calm down, okay, give it a moment, it'll go away, Naruto said calmly. I hope, he said teasingly. Not helping. Bonnie said, having her own little freak out. I could get used to this. Ron said as he picked up a chair and was juggling furniture. Ron, put those down, Naruto said, as it was his furniture. That stuff ain't cheap, like the stuff your family gets, he said to him seriously, as Ron's parents kinda cheated him on some stuff. You're not wrong. Ron said as he had a point there as he put the stuff down. Where's Rufus? Naruto asked. Ron patted his body down, but couldn't find his naked mole buddy, and soon Rufus revealed himself as they saw him with dark circles around his eyes. Shukaku? Naruto thought curiously. Little guy must have gotten a bit of my chakra, Shukaku thought to Naruto, as looking at Rufus' eyes he was surprised a little mouse got that much. Rufus then burped and threw up some lava. Whoa. Ron said as he jumped back. Put it out, put it out, put it out. He said in fear of fire. Bonnie? Naruto asked her. Bonnie focused and soon she shot water from her hands, putting the fire out and extinguishing the lava. Rufus grumbled as he spat out some water. Not fun, he said to them as he was doused by Bonnie. I wonder what powers I got. Kim said. Please don't try here, I don't want my house to be a sauna or have a hole in it, Naruto said to her. Sauna? You mean hers is steam? Shego asked, wondering if she could take advantage of that as she liked to go to the spa. Yes, now please don't try anything while I try to figure this out. Naruto said. Okay. Draken's mind swap machine exploded. Yes, but why weren't our minds swapped? Why did only the tailed beasts and me get swapped out? He asked them. Well, maybe because you were at point blank. Shego said to him, unsure of what other reason. Yeah, also why couldn't one of them get Shukaku? I've had enough of this psychopath, Kurama said to him, as those three got tailed beasts 2-5. Naruto ignored the fight between brothers in his mind, wanting to focus on the issue at hand. Just be careful, okay, these changes were slight, so we're good for now, he said to them. I think I could make this hair thing work, Shego said as she felt like editing her outfit to a darker green and changing the black to a darker blue and hoped her brother didn't see it as some kinda sign of her idolizing him or something. Same. Kim and Bonnie said, thinking they looked a bit cooler. Of course you'd see fashion side of this. Naruto said, chuckling. What about me, you think I could make this red thing work? Ron asked as he felt up his mutton chops. Grow a full beard and we'll talk, Naruto said to him as it was iffy at this point. In fact, Son's last host had a beard, he said. I'm kinda liking being muscular and an inch taller. Bonnie said as she flexed in the mirror. And I'm liking what this has done for my legs and body. Kim said as she saw how defined they were and how she had a six-pack. Well, my job is way easier, Shego said as her body was more attractive than ever. Also don't forget, now with Madatabi you're probably a lot more flexible now, Naruto said to her. Shego smiled sensually, hearing that maybe I can have my hair cover my other eye, now that it's blue. She said as it was cool that her eyes were a different color, but it was either hider eye or contacts, as it would be hard to explain how one of her eyes changed colors. I'd go with the hair thing, contacts are a nightmare to get out. Bonnie said to her as she did wants to be fashionable, but regretted it as it took forever to get the contacts out. Later at night with Kim. Whoa, Kim said as she found herself in a Gribeepland-like plane. Hello, Ms. Possible, Kakuo said as she greeted her newest host. Whoa, Kim said, seeing the majestic white horse that looked like it was part whale due to its eyes with 5 tails standing proudly near her. Hi, she said, not knowing what else to say. It is a pleasure, Naruto thinks of you fondly. My name is Kakuo, Kakuo said, introducing herself properly. Never expected a meet and greet, Kim said as this was a first. Life can be strange, Kim, and trust me it will get stranger, Kakuo said to her, as that was how life was for people sometimes. With Bonnie. Bonnie found herself underwater, seeing such vibrant underwater life all around her. The sea sure is beautiful, isn't it? Isobu asked as he was right under Bonnie. Yeah, I mean wow, Bonnie said, thinking out loud. Wait, how am I not choking? She asked him. 1. This is your mind, and 2. You have the ability to breathe underwater, but it's not indefinite, mind you, Isobu said as he was semi-aquatic but could hold his breath for a very long time. So what can you do? What can I do? Bonnie asked in excitement. Much, Isobu said with a chuckle as he was being vague intentionally. With Ron. I got screwed, son said as Ron was running around terrified. With Shego. So my mindscape brought me here, huh? Shego said as she laid on her bed from Go Tower. If it helps, I had zero power in this, Madara said as she was the size of a common house cat. No offense, but I thought you'd be bigger, Shego said as the on-fire cat was cool. It wasn't very scary. Normally I am, whoa. Madara said as Shego picked her up. You're so cute, it's impossible not to do this. Shego said as she began petting her, making the tailed beast purr. For a human with claws, you have a surprisingly gentle touch, Madara said as she still purred. I used to have a cat when I was a kid. Shego said, so would I come here? I can't stand this place, well, except spending time with the Go twins. She asked the blue fire cat. You tell me I didn't make this place, Madara said to her. Well, I sure don't miss it, Shego said. Do you? Madara asked her simply. Or do you miss what once was? She asked her as she knew the difference between missing a place or missing when things were simpler. Well, let's see, the only things that made this livable were the twins and nothing else, Shego said. Perhaps you miss your family, or perhaps the feeling of being a hero, Madara asked her. Maybe, but I'm okay with who I am now, Shego said, though I hope the twins are doing okay. She said. Perhaps you are having conflicted feelings of leaving your family behind, who knows what's become of them, now that you're gone. Madara said. Okay, you're not helping, Shego said to her, very annoyed. Listen, I was okay being a hero, and being a mercenary wasn't bad, alright, I made decent pay, and it was better than doing it with my brothers, 2 who sucked and 2 who were decent, she said as she liked having freedom. Do you not miss your brothers? Madara asked as she disliked her brothers mostly for the idiocy, but she did love them. I miss the twins, part of me wishes I brought them along with me, but then they'd become just like me, Shego said, as she wasn't always proud of what she did and didn't want her little siblings to see her in a bad light, as she wasn't sure she could take it. Then maybe you're feeling guilty for not getting to say goodbye. Madara said as she and her siblings regretted a lot that had been said and a lot more that had been unsaid. Whatever. Shego said as she left and then walked back. How do I leave? She asked her as she just remembered she was in her head. It's your head, not mine. Madara said to her blankly. Shego just shrugged as she thought about leaving. Next day. How is it only Rufus can use his powers, yet you all can't do jack squat? Naruto asked, sitting against a tree laughing as Ron and the girls attempted to use their powers. Kim growled as she kicked the tree, making a couple of apples drop onto Naruto's head, and growled even louder as he just ate them. Well, my powers got an upgrade at least, Shego said as her plasma hands turned to a jade green color. Naruto, I'm still freaking out. Monkey powers and a monkey in me, am I turning into a monkey? Ron asked in panic. Naruto slapped him. Calm down, and technically son is more of a ape, but I can see because of the whole 4 tails thing. He said his son was more gorilla than the monkey he was claimed as. Calm down, how can I? Ow, stop hitting me. Ron said as Naruto slapped him again. I don't know why people say to slap people when they're going crazy, as it just seems fun to me. Naruto said as it was funny to do this. Let's see how you like it. Ron said as he slapped Naruto back, making him take a step back. Okay, we can really say son has given you some extra strength. Naruto said as he smirked as Ron began to cower. Dude, come on, you had all that fight and just lost it, come on, he said in disappointment and had zero anger for the slap. Well, what do you expect, it's me we're talking about. Ron said, not ashamed to admit he was cowardly. You need to learn how to have a backbone and stand up for yourself, geez. Naruto said his son would want his host to have at least some spirit. Me with backbone? I'm spineless. Ron said as it was always his first instinct to run. Well, not anymore, you're going to become an actual fighter by the time I'm done with your training. Naruto said as Ron began to sweat nervously. Why are my hits not doing anything? Kim asked as she was teaching Bonnie how to fight and soon found out her hit didn't do anything. Isobu is a turtle, remember, enhanced defense. Bonnie said. Then try this, Kim said as she kicked Bonnie, sending her into a tree. Okay, I felt that one, Bonnie said as she winced and hissed out in pain. Hakuo has great leg muscles, Kim said as a kick was her signature move. This made it even more so. Well, at least our cheer routines will get better, let's see how you can jump now. Bonnie said as she watched Kim squat down and jump 20 feet in the air. Well, they're learning about their physical properties, Naruto thought, seeing it as a good start. The end. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comments section how was the story, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.